You're watching the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent Austen Show.
Well, apparently it was the Chat GPT dolls that broke the stream. Who knows? You never know. So we reboot, and here we are, Brent Austen Show on a Tuesday, slightly interrupted, so thanks for the patience. But let's just keep rolling with the show. If you missed any of the first half of the show, you'll see it on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and Twitch and all the places. Of course, we'll have it in podcast form starting at 1:30, wherever you find your podcast. Always go check that out as well. And then there'll be a little part 2 to the stream if you're watching on any of the social media channels. And that just started up once again. We talked Jalen Ramsey earlier in the show. Been talking about odds of who the Jags could pick. Also, offensive lineman, does it make sense? What about an Ashton Genty? Are you going to be disappointed if the Jags don't go with Mason Graham? Some of those kind of things already on the show today. So kind of a lot of Jags talking. And the Jags have a pre-draft luncheon today with Tony Baselli and Liam Cohen and James Gladstone. And I know a lot of us that sit in a place like this with a microphone love to be like, well, what do you think they will say today? I'm not doing that because we know kind of what they're going to say today. It's nice that they meet with everybody, and that's cool. But I don't think we'll get anything earth-shattering. It'll be interesting if we do get any perspective on certain positions and other things. But we'll have that covered for you on Action Sports Jax with CBS 47, Fox 30, Olivia Tassley, Stuart Weber as well. So, hey, let's get to what we were kind of talking about real quick. I just want to brush this again. We haven't talked a lot about the Jags trading up. I think if there's a couple of players that people really want, let's just say one. Travis Hunter seems like a run-up-the-card guy. Seems like it would really fill a void here in Jacksonville. I love the Travis Hunter play. So it's like, okay, how do I make Travis Hunter come to Jacksonville, right? That's really what I'm kind of thinking. Like, how do I get that to happen? Well, to be able to get that to happen, I got to probably move ahead of, I would say, at least the New York Giants. Like, if you get lucky and Abdul Carter goes to Cleveland, you'd have to go up to number 3. Is it worth it, Austin? Is it worth sending some picks away? Is it worth finding a way to go get Travis Hunter and move up rather than stand pat at number 5?
For what it's going to cost you, I probably wouldn't risk it. No.
Hamby, what do you think? You like the idea of it? Would you do it? It's easy for us to mortgage the future.
How much do I have
We're not
to give
the
up?
GM of the Jags. I don't know. I mean, you can go find your comparable pick. I'm not good at this stuff, but all you got to do is go back to, like, you're going to give up a first rounder next year, probably. You're going to give up, a third rounder this year, and your number 5 pick. Like, I mean, you're moving up 3 spots, so you're going to give up some stuff. Is it worth going to get a guy that is basically a unicorn? It looks like in the NFL.
I don't think it's worth it. And I'll say I would be absolutely shocked if they do it, considering what they just did in free agency, where they played stuff passively. And I'm not comparing Travis Hunter to anybody, any one particular free agent. But if they weren't game to go spend a bunch of money in free agency, and they wanted to play that passively because they wanted to for continued success and would set themselves up for next year and the years to come, why would they sell their draft picks, which Gladstone and Cohen treat as gold, as the part of the reason they came to Jacksonville, to go get one single player, no matter who he is?
Yeah, I think it all makes sense. I think everything you said makes sense. I just think, is he that good? Do they covet him that much? Like, you only got to move. It's not like you're trying to move up 15 to number 3. Sure. And by the way, the Giants are trying to rebuild their team too, Like, they could take the extra picks. A lot of teams could. I mean, a lot of teams wouldn't pass that up. If the Jags were sitting there, they might get the whatever they could on the capital. But the Giants have a lot of holes, I think he would be very good in New York for a lot of different reasons, but he doesn't solve all their problems. They could actually go get a couple of players with a move back to some degree. And I bet they'll field phone calls, is my point. Like, let's just say he makes it past Cleveland. I think the Giants will field phone calls, not just from the Jags, but probably from a lot of teams, Austin, that people will at least be testing those waters to get a very unique player in this year's draft.
No, and that's the thing. It's about it's the unique part of it, right? Like, we haven't seen a guy like this before. So I get the intrigue. Don't get me wrong. If the Jaguars got him, I'd be pretty happy with it. It's just, theoretically, how much can he play on both sides of the ball? Right? Like, at the end of the day, I mean, we can sit here and say, well, can he do like he did in college? Can he play all the reps on offense all ups on defense? No, you can't do that. That's not going to happen. So in a perfect world, you draft Travis Hunter. I think in a perfect world, you draft Travis Hunter, you put him at corner, and then maybe you get, I don't know, 8 reps, maybe 10 reps a game on offense. And if that's the case, maybe he gets 5 receptions at the most in a game. So is that worth sacrificing another first-round pick for next year, sacrificing your third-round pick? I'm not sure. Because are we going to call him the best corner in the draft? Or is the guy from Michigan going to take that title? Yeah, we don't know. So I get the intrigue, I get the hype and everything, I get the jersey sales, but from just an X's and O's point, would I give up another first-round pick next year and whatever, second and third? Probably not.
All right, I'm falling apart over here. I got to go get a drink of water, but as I do that, you and Hamby, I want your thoughts on Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter getting their jersey retired in Colorado.
All right. I mean, listen, I had to wait, Hamby? 15 years? No, I had to wait a little time to get my jersey retired at Murray State. I mean, I think it's pretty cool because these are two guys, not only did they have great play on the field, but I felt like they helped bring Colorado football back.
They did.
Like, there was a time where Colorado football was an afterthought. Like, didn't even cross the conversations. And now, I mean, you talk about ESPN airing their games. You talk about the youth being all about them. Like, I don't want to say they single-handedly, because obviously this is Deion related too. Like, Deion had a huge amount to do with this.
He's solely responsible.
He's solely responsible, but guess what, man? Deion can't play on the field, though. Like, he may have brought them there and everything, and he may have constructed the team, but someone's still got to make those highlights. And it wasn't Deion Sanders. It was Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. So, I mean, I don't have an issue with this. Like, are people up in arms about this?
I don't know about up in arms because partially we're used to seeing this kind of thing from Deion.
Yeah.
Just like the outside of the box hasn't been done before. Self-promotion, or not self-promotion, but program / Shedeur and Travis Hunter promotion. Like, he's promoted them at every single opportunity possible.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't that shocking. People are not like up in arms. Yeah, not up in arms, but at the end of the day, Austin, they didn't win.
Sure.
They didn't win. So, like, when you get your jersey retired, it's like, it's kind of paired with you meant a lot to that team, that program, but you also won.
I mean, Hamby, to be fair, the most games I ever won, and once again, I'm not comparing myself to Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, but the most games I ever won was, I think, 6 at Murray State.
Yeah.
And once again, I think Travis Hunter for sure, because dude won a Heisman.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, you were the best college football player in the country. Now, I get people want to say Genty was as well, and there's a debate there, but, like, listen, at the end of the day, Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy. And if that's the case, then yeah, absolutely. Get your jersey retired, especially at Colorado. It's not like he was at Alabama or, like, a school who they've had a lot of Heisman winners, I feel like. So go and get your shine. And when it comes to Shedeur, and once again, I get it because it's Deion's son and everything, but, I mean, if the guy goes first round, he helped put Colorado on the map. So I'm not opposed to either of these guys.
Yeah, well, as long as you didn't put Shiloh up there, I guess that's good.
Well, do you think Shiloh's just like, dang it? Come on.
Listen, I'm cool with this, by the way. I'm never, you want to honor people. It does seem quick, I would say that, but I also think you're right about the Heisman thing. I don't think that can be swept under. The Heisman thing is a real deal, whereas, like, in Gainesville, they put statues out there if you win a Heisman. So, I mean, what's really the difference? You get recognized in a big-time way if you win a Heisman Trophy. So, like, Hunter especially. But I actually think Sanders and Hunter kind of go as a package deal here because there's a Pied Piper effect to Colorado. Deion, Shedeur Sanders, and specifically Hunter as well. Those are the guys that helped kind of reimagine Colorado football over the last couple of years. Now, it didn't mean necessarily national championships and everything else, but it meant like talk of the college football universe for a couple of years. So I think their impact was big. The other thought I had on this, Austen, and I almost wonder now, when you we're in a world where coaches, even Deion, when he was probably luring Travis Hunter specifically to Jackson State, away from Florida State, and then eventually to Buffalo. My guess is to Colorado. I think he probably had to promise a lot of things. And is this him living up to his promise of, hey, we're going to retire your jersey someday at Colorado? You almost wonder when you get a big-time athlete now is, sure, you can pay him NIL, but what else are you trying to say? Here's why you need to come with me here, and what's the sell? And I think this feels like Deion probably, if you went back to private conversations a couple years back, even a few years back before Jackson State, probably promised him and his parents and other things like, I'm going to take care of you. Like, we're gonna build your brand. We're going to put you in positions to be successful, and we're going to recognize you when you change these programs. You helped Jackson State do that. You helped Colorado do that. And this is a return of the favor. Now, should Sanders be included in that as well? Maybe not, but who cares, right? I mean, he's part of that journey too. And he had a terrific year for Colorado in many respects. He's put them on the map too. I think this is really about Travis Hunter, though, and maybe what was promised to him. And I think this is Deion actually delivering on a lot of the things. He's put him in a pretty good position to be successful and be one of the most coveted draft picks, even though he did go to Jackson State and Colorado. Which, by the way, is relative obscurity in big-time college football. And he still was able to deliver him opportunity, success, and now the next level of success in the NFL draft, and probably also help build his brand along the way. I think this is Deion really delivering on some of the promises that he made to Travis Hunter.
No, without a doubt. I mean, he made good on those promises, so it's, and I understand now, and like, this is what I think Deion brings to the table and why he's a great recruiter, because he understands the landscape. Like, you could sit here and say, we could retire these jerseys and have this ceremony, 5-10 years from now when they get to the NFL, they get established and everything. But like, this keeps the conversation going, right? Like, we're talking about it today, right? Like, Colorado football, once again, who, to echo Hamby's point, didn't really have the best year last year. I mean, they were okay, but like, we're still talking about them, right? Like, we're not talking about Boise State. They went to the playoff. We're not talking about Arizona State. Who are we talking about? Colorado. You're talking about Colorado? Any kind of publicity they say is good publicity, right? So I just think in terms of relevancy and everything, I think Deion knows exactly what he's doing there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, I want to let you know, Best Bet has a big tournament coming up starting on draft day, actually. It's April 24th, the Run Good Tournament. Get more information at bestbetjacks.com, or you can see the QR code down in the upper left part of our screen. We've got a couple of QR codes. One of those for Best Bet. It just takes you right there to bestbetjacks.com, or more information about the Run Good Tournament as well. We will be out there, actually, the week of May 1st. That's Kentucky Derby weekend, too, and working on maybe getting that final table right here on the Sports Jax 24/7 network on May 4th. So check out Best Bet, not just in Jacksonville at Monument Road, but also out in Orange Park, the original location, and then the newest location down in St. Augustine. Best Bet. Visit all three locations and check out the Run Good Tournament starting next Thursday on draft day. April 24th concludes on May 4th. I think we have to catch up on a commercial or two, so let's do that. You want to do that? Hamby, you tell me. We good spot to do that? All right, let's do that. When we come back, did you see the how to get a pickup line and be on TV at the same time? Your thoughts on this will be interesting. We've got some wacky stuff going on in the world of journalism these days. And will I be get off my lawn on this topic? Or how do people feel about it? Especially you, Hamby. Because I think it was in a Braves game.
Watching live at the time.
You were watching live. I'll be very interested then to get your thoughts on this if you were watching it live. We'll do that when we come back. Plus a little Into the Archives presented by Republic Services, still on the way on the Brent Austen Show on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jax 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
I'm ready to show my hand, ready to take a stand. Wait on a sign above, and I am ready. 'Cause I just live for the game. 'Cause I just live for the game. 'Cause I just live for the game. The crowns for the tape. I got it. Iconic. I'm built to win. Back to back, I do it again. I'm iconic. I'm one of a kind. I'm iconic. I'm built to win. I'm one of a kind.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jax team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
When it comes to trucks, I know exactly what I want. And at Bozard Ford, they make it easy to get exactly that. Let's go make this truck a little more my style. With Bozard Built, I can create my perfect truck right here. Lift kit? Check. Premium wheels? You bet. Advanced lighting package? Oh yeah. The Bozard team works their magic. From bumper to tailgate, I'm making this truck mine. It's everything that I wanted and more. From the field to the gym to weekend adventures. This truck's built for my journey. Bozard Built. Customized for your lifestyle, built to exceed your expectations. Check out the inventory and available options at bozardbuilt.com. Unleash your dream ride. Customized, covered, and Bozard approved.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Well, this was kind of an easy one. I'm going to do Into the Archives, presented by Recycling Simplified. And so we can visit Sports Story and other things that we have in our system from years past. So a little on this day in history, if you will. Check out Recycling Simplified. So to kick this segment off, why not recycle some old pictures of the kids, because it's their 20th birthday today. That's not what we're going to do probably with most of this segment, but it's an easy way for me to say happy birthday, Ty and Kaylee. Maybe I should text them or call them too. We'll try that. But 20 years old today. This is crazy. You know what I thought of today, Austin? I thought of this like about an hour ago. I'm really old enough to be Hamby's dad. Maybe I should be nicer to him.
Am I still okay? There we go. We're back. Nah, man, you're good. You got to hold him accountable, man. Tough love.
Yeah, tough love. That's right. And I'm not always nice to the kids either. So yeah, there you go. Hamby, what are you? You're 24, Hamby. Like, it's so weird in my mind. Like, I mean, you're a pretty mature 24-year-old. We always tell Hamby's like an old soul anyway, but it does kind of feel like you're way older than my kids. So I don't know if that's just like a kid thing or whatever. How old's your dad, Hamby?
He's 30 years older than myself, so he's 54.
Okay, so he's a little above me. So there you go. Birthday time. But Into the Archives would be kind of fun to look back.
You're going to call him?
And see some of the different things that have happened around. Yeah, I mean, well, I'll see. Well, part of the reason we're here is Kaylee's playing today. So
good.
We'll see Kaylee. This will be the first time ever they haven't been together on their birthday this year. So maybe it'll be a little sentimental moment for them. But we saw Ty over the weekend, and I'm sure he really doesn't care about the birthday thing as much as Kaylee does. Now, Kaylee's going to lean into it. So you got to embrace it a little bit. So hopefully she has a good day on the bump today out here in a big game for Daytona State. So that's Into the Archives. That's a different version. We'll have some fun with that segment coming up. Again, recyclingsimplified.com. Republic Services. Check them out, how you can recycle and also make it a better place and a more efficient place in your home or workplace. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Jason Hamby. This is crazy here, Hamby. You were watching this live.
Yep.
Pickup line, and like, what was this? Is this normal? Is this guy kind of a crazy reporter?
No.
Is this just normal reporting turned spot gone viral? Like, I just saw it on social, but I didn't see the actual background to set it all up.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of background. This is Wiley Ballard, who's the Braves correspondent out there in the dugout reporter, all that kind of thing. Talks to the players before the game, obviously, and the coaches. Most of his hits are pretty much always actually focused on the game, about a conversation he had with a player, a little adjustment here, why the manager switched up the lineup, all of those things. And our play-by-play guy now, Brandon Gaudin, since Chip Cary's gone to St. Louis, he's a little, I don't know, he's kind of gone viral, semi-viral as in like the hardcore baseball in the past. We're kind of stepping out of bounds a little bit and trying to be a little funny and trying to be a little edgy, I guess would be the right word. I'm not exactly sure how to put it. The only context I have for you here is in the second and third inning, they're kind of just talking about the new, I don't know how new they are, things in the outfield. He's like the left field, that's like the Corona or whatever zone. And that's where you go to have a good time. And then the right field is like the family zone or whatever. And he's kind of going back and forth about that. And like, hey man, we finally hit 2 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game, and we're up 4-0. Can we please talk about that? And then we get to the 5th, and old Wiley Ballard gets out there in left field, and I guess I'll play you the video. But that's all the context you really got, because this is not this guy, but here it is.
We're having a lot of fun up here up the Corona rooftop. Who do we got here? What's your name?
My name's Lauren.
Lawrence, all right.
And I'm Kayla.
Kayla, and you guys hang out at the rooftop lounge often?
Once a year I come out to visit.
Okay, well, we timed it pretty well. All right, good. How are you guys feeling about rooting for the Braves today?
Oof, I don't know. I'm hoping for the best.
So awkward.
Are you a Braves fan now?
Very.
Not quite.
Not quite. All right, I'm gonna go to work up here, guys. Good luck the rest of the way.
Okay, Wiley. You got 4 innings to get the numbers.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Get us some more Braves fans.
All right, so they want me to get your number.
They want you to get my number.
I'm dead serious. They're saying in my ear right now. She didn't believe me because she thinks you guys are not. I'm making this up. Even if you guys weren't, I might use that in the future. That's actually a pretty good move.
Nice swing, Nick Allen, new starting shortstop. See you later, Orlando
So
Arcia.
the best part of this right now is that Wiley could totally be faking it. This might be the new move. You just walk around with a FanDuel microphone and an earpiece in and convince fans that they're actually on TV.
I should have thought of this years ago.
I am speechless.
I got the number. We're good.
All right, right here. This is like 5 minutes later. They cut back to him.
Oh, still talking to her?
Still talking to her.
Man, my dude.
And he winked.
When are we going to cut the
wink
mic?
right at the camera there?
He did. When are we going to cut the mic, man? I'm wondering. I'm like, I don't think. Like, he doesn't know that he's still up, and they won't take it back, and they're just letting it play. I'm like, oh, gosh, what are we doing? That was what I was thinking.
So you, in real time, did you realize this was about to go viral?
Yeah, I was like, oh, gosh, here we go. You know, freaking Wiley's going to go viral for talking to some Canadian chick. And our broadcast won't mute his mic because I don't know why.
I thought what was interesting is like the play-by-play guys egged it on. Like, I didn't think he just said, hey, I'm going to go to work up here. I don't know, like, what.
That's what I'm saying. Like, take it back, mute their mic, and get back to the game.
Yeah, and they're the ones that kind of egged it on, carried it on, and then he kind of ran with it, right? Like the whole thing. So this is you're either two camps here, right? Either like, that was a fun viral moment, or what are we doing?
What are you even doing up there?
I thought it was funny, man. I don't think it's that serious. Like, it's a funny thing at a baseball game. Baseball games can sometimes, especially you're watching the Braves these days. I mean,
easy,
not a lot to cheer about though, right? So like, yeah, let's mix it up a little bit. Like, I feel like baseball teams they do different things during the game, during the 7th inning stretch. Like,
we had Nick Allen and Eli White at the dish. Okay, you don't need to go anywhere. But
don't know who those guys are, but I thought it was fine. Like, I thought it was funny. I laughed. I chuckled. Shout out to that guy. By the way, great pickup move. I mean, if you think the cameras are on you and everything at the earpiece, go for it.
She should have stone cold him, or did he ever get the number? Is the question. Like, did he actually get the number?
He did. Yeah, in that shot,
he did.
He hands her the phone, and she puts it in. I don't know if it's a legit number, but he got it.
Yeah. Well, it's getting a lot of criticism by some.
By a lot.
That whole thing. And by a lot. Like, I haven't seen all of it. To me, it's very. We've seen a couple of different examples, and I forget her name right now. I don't have it in front of me, but really the student reporter for the Florida Gators.
Oh yeah.
Kind of stole the show at the Final Four, right? And that whole deal, and so that. Like, you take these two incidents, and from our profession, they feel uncomfortable to me. Like, they're just, because I'm just never a big believer in you becoming the story to that degree. But it's also kind of the world we live in now. So it's going to be interesting to see where the fallout of this goes. Like, do you think FanDuel or whoever's doing these broadcasts is going to get a lot of heat, Hamby?
No.
For this moment? Will he get a lot of heat? Will he be...
No. He's being called the Aura King on Twitter, okay? You know what that means, Brent?
Yeah, but that's from one side. Like Austen said, on the other side of it, he's getting really hammered, and you hear the criticisms a lot louder.
So there's a lot of people, and I forgot who the woman that kind of spearheaded this was, but there's a lot of people that are like, in the sports business that said that if a woman did this, like, she would be getting ridiculed and chastised and everything like that. And maybe that's the truth. I think if the roles were reversed and a woman did that to a dude and she was like reporting for the Braves, I would say, man, she's shooting her shot. That's pretty cool. But That's me, though. I get that everybody thinks like me. I wouldn't have an issue with it regardless of, like, what the sex of the person was. I think it's just funny.
Yeah, I think this would...
It's more on the
Yeah,
play.
it feels
It's
pretty
more on Brandon
harmless.
Gaudin, I think. Because even after that, he was like, "Oh,
That's a
Wiley's
political
going to
play.
have dual citizenship in the next couple of days," and Wiley's, you know, I'm just like, dude, like, save it.
Piling
Like,
it
you're
on.
not that good play-by-play to begin with. Nobody likes you compared to Chip Carey.
See, it's personal now for Hamby.
I mean, he's all right, but it's like he just tries to be funny way too much. I'm like, freaking call the game.
I mean, if anything, I can't wait to bring my own FanDuel mic and my headset to the beach bars this weekend and see how it works out. or maybe to your wedding, Hamby. We'll see. I'm Austen Lane, live from Jason Hamby's wedding. Who do we have here?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
I agree with you, Austin. I think at face value, like, I feel like this was pretty harmless in general. But I also feel like you would like to think if it was a female reporter doing the same thing and that happened, would they have egged her on? And, like, if it's Jessica Blaylock who was doing stuff down in South Florida, would that have played the same way? And I think you're right. Like, you can see it that way and I can see it that way, but I don't think, like, the world's going to see it that way as well. And it's kind of the same thing I say. I want to be really careful about this Florida Gator student reporter, but there's a lot going on there. Like, that is you could dissect that whole situation in a journalism 101 class. And from both sides of it now, too, because, like, she really leaned into the whole thing, you know? And what I always say is, like, I think it's a tough spot sometimes to be a woman reporter if you're leaning into things that are going viral for wrong reasons, you know? But she's such a young reporter, too, just a young student. Like, she'll learn some things, and that's got so many tentacles to it for me that probably won't even get into it. But it's just a fascinating deal. The last couple of weeks we've seen these moments that I don't know if they're just like, you look at it from my point of view, someone who grew up in the profession, you're like, what are we doing? And then at the same time, you look at it like, well, kind of like yesterday, what we were talking about with commitment, loyalty when it comes to student athletes and how the world has changed. Well, the profession's changed. The business has changed. Are we lenient on more of this kind of stuff? And I guess social media usually dukes it out anyway.
Yeah.
And you're not going to win everybody over either way, right? The Braves finally got on SportsCenter.
Yeah. No, like, listen, at the end of the day, like, I'm not sure, because I haven't seen the whole clip of the video. I assume it was harmless, right, Hamby? Like, she actually, maybe it's a fake number, but, like, it seemed like nobody felt uncomfortable.
Right, correct.
Right? So, like, this could have backfired. She could have felt uncomfortable, said something. Then it's like, okay, we're going to ridicule it. We're going to chastise it because you put somebody in an awkward position. That wasn't the case.
I wonder if they had the mute mic ready.
Maybe. But the fact of the matter is, in this situation right here that we just broke down, like, they seem to be chummy. They seem to be smiling and you know, talking to each other. So it's hard for me to hate on that then. Like,
Yeah,
nothing
I agree.
bad. What happens if they get married one day? What happens if this is how they actually met?
I was thinking of that too, Austin. Like, I actually thought about that. I was like, watch this. Like, they'll end up, like, going on a date. Like, do you really think they're going on a date? No. But if they did and they somehow get together and this is like their love story, right? Like, this is how they got together.
Yeah.
And that will have reality shows spinning off of baseball games sooner than later. I mean, we live in a world now where, like, The Bachelor is a popular show. Like, we're okay with that, but we're not okay with, like, this. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
You said it. Nobody looked uncomfortable in the moment. It looked like just a tongue-in-cheek, kind of fun, lighthearted moment. It could have really changed and been different if it looked uncomfortable in this spot. Which, by the way, just from a reporter standpoint, I would never put myself in that position, I don't think, to try to be, because it could get uncomfortable. You can't predict that, right? Like, if that becomes uncomfortable, there's a really good chance you don't have a job today.
Yeah. You're really going to risk it for the biscuit there for sure. Like, you're putting a lot on the line, I felt like, with that kind of, you know, that segment, but it worked out.
It did. I think it kind of worked out and got everybody talking as well. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Jason Hamby. Hey, another quick thing. I want to get you guys on this fast. And the Rory McIlroy stuff, I was a little surprised by Rory McIlroy's win. We had so many people in the sports world saying it's like one of the greatest events they've watched. And I thought it was a really good Masters, but we're just like removed from 2019 when Tiger did it, or a bunch of these other, great Masters from 1986 to others. But it got people thinking, and I saw somebody saying like, hey, this is one of the top 5 events or top 3 events that I've ever witnessed, like in my life from a sporting event standpoint. And so I started thinking, I'm like, man, if somebody asked me that question, what are the top like 3 sporting events that I've watched on TV or in person or whatever that have really been impactful, that kind of indelible mark, where do you go? There's so many different sporting events that you watch, right? Does anything jump to your mind, Austen, that from a kid to now, or you're like, oh yeah, like here's my top 3, and it might be WrestleMania included in there?
Could be WrestleMania. I mean, for me, it's Jordan. It's the entire Jordan Jazz series.
Oh wow, yeah, good one.
That one's up there for sure. Just because I remember exactly like what I was doing. I remember exactly where I was. Like I remember that whole series.
How about you, Hamby? You got anything that jumps to mind?
I got the Braves World Series. I got the Georgia winning the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go with the Cubs winning the World Series, was crazy to me as well.
I think Texas USC sticks out to me a lot.
Oh, Vince Young.
And the national championship game, because once again, like, I'm trying to think back to moments where I knew exactly where I was, what I was doing, and just like how monumental that felt. And that game felt super monumental. I didn't have a dog in the fight. I was cheering for Texas.
Yeah.
But that was an amazing game with a lot of amazing talent.
Yeah, that's and that's exactly the way it goes. Like number one on my list, I go all the way back. I just remember the first time this doesn't mean it's the first time I ever watched sports, but it's the first memory I have of really vividly watching sports was 1984 and Doug Flutie's Hail Mary over Miami. And they show that like all the time. And I just remember, I remember the play, I remember the moment, I remember like where I was, and I was 7 years old, and I always will point back to that and be like, well, that's where like my sports fandom watched. Now, did I watch Red Sox games or Celtics games or Super Bowls before that? Maybe, probably, I would think. I was 7. I probably watched some other sports before then. But I remember that one. And then I go back to the Red Sox 2003 and 2004 ALCS. I was at all those games between the Red Sox and Yankees, and like I still now will forget like plays that happened if you're at a Super Bowl or things that you've been to, and I don't remember all the vivid details. Almost have to go back and look them up. I feel like I remember almost everything from 2003, 2004 ALCS, from the Yankees beating the Red Sox on a walk-off by Boone to the Red Sox actually winning and coming back in 2004 and then winning the World Series rather easily. So those are kind of the memories that come up to me. I mean, we've been to a lot of sporting events now. And you know what actually came really close to me, guys, for me, is 2017, Jags. And you can pick your spot, whether it wasn't really the Bills game as much as it was the Pittsburgh win, and then even the loss to the Patriots. Like the Patriots won, I mean, and the reason why, like almost in its entirety in 2017, is that was really the first time we got to see like this city so jacked up since we had moved here in 2008. 2010, your team, Austen, were close, but never could ride that wave into the playoffs. And outside of that, like I hadn't seen any of that. So 17 was so monumental. And I always say it was very monumental for kids because they got to wear their Jags shirts and their Bordeaux shirt or whoever, a Fournette shirt to school. And you felt like, wow, this is like Jags country. And everybody had teal on, and you go to elementary school with it on, or junior high, or high school, everywhere you walk, grocery store, like you had that fever. And then we felt it again in 2022. But 2017 was really, it took a decade for me to feel that here in Jacksonville when I came here and worked here. And I so believe that for a generation of kids, that was so instrumental to help make them Jags fans. Because, again, I'll go to my kids' age. My kids were born in 2005. That means they were like 12 years old at that time in 17. Well, they were loving the Jags run. Like they were there. They were watching. They were really into it. if you miss that Jags run, the next one they get was just 2 years ago. They're like 17 years old. By then, they're probably Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs fans, So, I really thought, that was a huge moment in 17 to kind of capture the youth of Jacksonville into this next wave of Jags fans. And I'm sure they won a lot of kids over, like my kids, that were 10, 11, 12, 8, 9, whatever that might be, and started wearing that teal quite a bit.
No, for sure, without a doubt. I mean, I think because she said 3 of them, we had to pick 3 of them moments.
Well, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
I'm trying to play the game, man.
Fine.
Okay. Yeah,
three's good.
So I'll put MJ in there against the Jazz because I missed out on the first round of MJ, so I got in the second round just because my age and everything. I think that I think it was the Rose Bowl game with Texas and USC's up there. 97 with the Wings and Avalanche fight because that really shaped my personality of what I bring to in my demeanor on the field or whether in a cage. That moment in history shaped me so much in my youth, and my stepdad just trying to tell me this is why this fight is happening. This is why you always have to defend your brother's backs. This is why, if someone cheap shots one of your teammates, you, once again, not the best advice maybe, but you do what you have to do to get that back. So that sticks out to me. And then also just, I think an honorable mention, but it's also up there because I think it's one of the biggest sports moments in history. And I'm not sure what the ratings were, but everybody was talking about it, is Tony Hawk landing the 900.
Oh, wow.
I remember exactly where I was. I remember exactly how it happened because the event ended and then they kept on letting him go. And I think they actually might have let him, the X Games go on a little longer to see it. And I think Sports Center actually went live to watch him try to attempt it and try to make it. And then it was his 12th attempt. He finally makes it.
That's a great one. And by the way, you bring in, I know that was the X Games, but really if you start to bring in Olympic moments as well, there are some really cool ones, right? I wasn't around. Well, I was 3 years old for 1980, so I didn't feel that one. But I think there are just some Olympic moments in general that really are captivating in our minds. But which ones really make the biggest impact? Hard to narrow it down to 3 if you're a real sports fan, right? There's so many different things, and especially with what we do, what we go to and what we see. But it was just an interesting, first of all, I like the topic. It's kind of a fun one. But I really didn't feel that way with the Masters on Sunday. I thought it was pretty cool. And I thought the whole scene, and we talked about it at length yesterday in the show. But I didn't sit there and see wow, I'm watching something that I'm going to remember forever. I actually go back to Tiger winning in Atlanta when he won for the first time in a long time. And remember that scene where everybody was following him down the fairway? And that wasn't a major championship, but it was like Tiger had come back and it just felt like one of those moments where everybody was like, hey, get in front of the TV and watch. Tiger's about to win for the first time in whatever that would have been, 5 years or 6 years. And the scene coming down the fairway was actually one of the most memorable things that I remember seeing Tiger, even though it's amidst all the majors and everything else. I mean, there were some great moments for Tiger, but I just didn't put Rory in that yet. Sure. Maybe you look back on Rory and you appreciate it more. I thought that was a little recency bias by some people to say, oh, wow, this is one of the greatest Masters things or greatest golf things I've ever seen. I was like, I don't know about that. Not yet. But to each their own on that, right? Absolutely, to each their own. And, Stephen, I'm trying to stick it to, sports stuff, but obviously I think if you go back to 9/11, you certainly would maybe be the most indelible of any moment in a lot of our lives up to this point, but not obviously from a sports point of view. All right, let's do this. Take a time out. Brent Austen Show on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hey, the Jacksonville Icemen have their playoffs coming up this coming week, Friday and Saturday. They'll be down in Estero. They take on the Florida Everblades. Those pesky Everblades, man, they've won 3 Kelly Cups in a row, best of 7 starts. They've lost 3 years in a row to the Everblades. Can they finally get over the hump? We'll talk more Icemen throughout the week. You can check it out at actionsportsjax.com as well. And then the Icemen will be home next Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Hopefully we'll get some wins there. there and maybe even clinch the series here at home so they don't have to go back down to Southwest Florida. Jacksonville Icemen playoff hockey, the run for the Kelly Cup. We'll talk more Icemen throughout the rest of the week, and you can see today's article and a news conference from yesterday at actionsportsjacks.com. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade. Action Sports Jacks is the biggest brand in Jacksonville, and we're excited to add another partnership for this team's biggest season yet. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is now the official streaming network of the Jacksonville Sharks for their 15th season.
The Jacksonville Sharks are your champions.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can get a free Connecticut reverse osmosis system with a purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
The captain, Aaron Judge, USA Basketball, World Baseball Classic 2026. Hamby, I'm not going to lie to you. Haven't heard a lot about this.
Yeah.
Glad you bring it to the table, though.
Yeah.
Do we know how many teams will be represented in the Baseball Classic?
Oh, there's a ton.
Yeah, we're talking
It's
like
always a ton.
10 or something?
No, more.
More?
Yeah,
okay.
more.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And when's this going down?
I think 16 teams.
Okay.
If I remember right from last time they did it, it was 4 teams of 4 group stages, and then it'll be so that'll come next year.
And Aaron Judge is the cat. So wait,
Trout was
okay.
Trout was for a while.
Yeah,
and it's kind of a big deal that Judge is now becoming the captain. Mark DeRosa is the head coach, and Trout and all that stuff for baseball fans is kind of a cool thing. I think.
Do you think Judge is a suitable captain? You think that's the guy to go with?
Yeah, which kind of sucks because I like Aaron Judge, and I don't want to like Aaron Judge because I want to have every opportunity and every kind of piece of material possible to continue to hate the Yankees more and more.
Same.
So, the Yankees don't have a lot of unlikable guys at this point. I mean, you can not like Garrett Cole. You can not like Trent Grisham. You can not like Jazz Chisholm. But, I mean, even a year or 2 ago when it was Rizzo and Judge and Stanton, those 3 really nice guys.
No, for sure. And you know what's wild too, Amby? It's a good point. Because I think, since our youth, we've always been programmed to hate the New York Yankees.
Sure.
Right? Even though, they're not in our division, I'm not worried about them, but, they're like Duke. You just hate the Yankees. But then, when you look back at some of their players, and I'm saying, they're homegrown talent. Derek Jeter was drafted by the Yankees, yeah?
Yes.
And Mariano Rivera, too?
Well, I don't know if he was drafted, but I knew he came up with them.
We know him just with the Yankees. Yeah, exactly. And same thing with, Rivera as well. And you talk about, Mariano Rivera, you talk about Derek Jeter, and you talk about Aaron Judge, those are 3 guys I feel that you can't really hate on.
Right.
They've never given you a reason to be this guy,
yeah. Jeter, you kind of had to search, but the fake getting hit.
Okay.
There was just smaller things. I mean, a lot less, obviously, than A-Rod and all those other guys. But
no, Judge seems like a super likable guy.
He's the tender giant, man.
The tender giant.
He is.
No, I've never heard, but you're absolutely, yeah. I mean, I would say he's a gentle giant, but tender giant works just as well, man. I like the tender giant better.
Dude, I am. So obviously, I don't watch soccer. You don't watch soccer. We probably both watch the World Cup.
Yeah.
The World Baseball Classic, I think, is incredible. I would rather watch a World Baseball Classic game. I don't know if this is saying a whole lot, but I'm just trying to compare it to something.
Yeah.
I would rather watch that than an ALCS game, probably between
wild.
2 teams that obviously my team is not involved in. Which is I can, if I'm home, it's automatically on.
Sure.
But if I miss it, not the end of the world. It would be a bigger deal for me to miss a Team USA game against anybody.
I mean, I get where patriotism falls, and you're absolutely right with the World Cup. I mean, I'll watch a little English Premier League every once in a while, but let's be fair. We aren't soccer fanatics. That's Stuart Weber's job. And by the way, check out Foot and Fleet. I messed it up. Fleet and Footy.
And Footy.
Okay.
Thursdays at 2:00.
Thank you, man. I'm trying to help him out, and I totally butchered that. Sorry, Stuart, man. My bad. But anyways, you think of this country, we have so many sports to root for, and sometimes soccer does take a back seat, it seems like. But then the World Cup comes around, and guess what? Any chance to put on the cheer for the red, white, and blue, people will take full advantage of that. I feel like baseball, though, I don't know, Hamby, it's different because I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of the World Baseball Classic. I don't even know who won the last one. Was the U.S.? Who was it? Do we know? Japan?
Japan, because Ohtani struck out Trout, remember?
Oh, okay. I mean, I do remember that then. But I don't you see what the four nations did for the NHL.
Yeah.
Or at least for what it did for hockey fans. That was almost must-see TV. USA, Canada, take one, take two. Everybody tuned in to watch that. Not everybody's a giant hockey fan. Do you think people share that same philosophy when tuning into the world? Because I'll be honest, I don't and I love baseball. I'm a big Brewers fan, as everyone knows. But I don't necessarily go out of my way to be okay, the World Baseball Classic's on. I have to watch the opening round.
Right.
Yeah.
No, people are way more behind Team USA soccer.
Yeah.
Especially because that's the only time they're going to watch.
Sure. Same thing maybe with some hockey a little bit, where it's maybe the only time you...
Right. And it's kind of it's the patriotism, but it's also just the unique thing, and it's, everybody is doing it, and it's kind of mainstream, which helps, I think. Baseball is more less mainstream, obviously, with this outside of an event, because our league in of itself is more mainstream, if that makes sense. I think we see some of it. I just don't think we see a lot of it. I don't know how many non-baseball fans are tuning in for the earlies and the seedings and all that.
Yeah.
But I would Japan, USA last year for the championship.
I do remember the crowd being super electric.
I would love to go back and look at the ratings. Obviously, I don't think it beat the Four Nations.
No, I don't think so either.
But
it's just
the soccer team hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, the last big game I remember that Team USA played was against Argentina, and we lost 4-1. And I think I was a sophomore in high school. So
Messi had that nice goal. I remember that.
Right. Mm-hmm. That was the biggest game that we've played in I guess that's almost 10 years. That's 8 years. 9 years. It will be 9 years this summer. So you're not going to get a whole lot of ratings for Team USA now, men's, against, Trinidad and Tobago in a qualifier. There's not. Now, Team USA women's, I'd be very curious too, because obviously they've carried the load as far as national soccer goes. When they went to the when's the last time they went to the final? Gosh, I gotta catch
the World Cup, or are you talking about the Olympics?
The World Cup final.
Oh, it was I forgot how many years ago it was, but it was whatever. It's every 4 years.
Yeah, so that would have been huge too. All that to say, I still think
you're excited for the baseball classic.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm pumped.
Yeah, I think the one thing though, Hamby, it's still the sport of baseball, and yes, it's America's pastime. But for instance, take the Four Nations. People got their introduction maybe to hockey in the first couple of seconds when the USA is fighting Canada.
Right.
You tune in, okay, let's see what this is all about. Oh, what? There's a fight literally within a second of the game?
Right.
Oh, what? There's another? Okay, there's 3 fights now? Is this how it's going to be?
Yeah.
It started off with such a bang, and then it was a great game to on top of that, where it's I got to see this thing through. Oh, and by the way, USA's playing Canada for the championship. You couldn't have scripted it any better, except USA winning, but you couldn't have scripted it any better. With baseball, it's slower paced. You don't necessarily get a lot of emotion till later on in the game. Mm-hmm. So, will I tune in and watch it? I'll probably tune in and watch some of it, but I'm not going to be in front of my TV screen like I was for the Four Nations of hockey. I just won't.
And I 100% get the comp to hockey, because that's nonstop. But if we're going to talk about pace of play and action, you're going to get a lot more in baseball than you are in soccer 100% of the time.
See, I just think, and once again, with all due respect to the classic here, the World Cup is
it is the echelon.
It's and
there's a lot more history with that than there is the World Baseball.
Of course,
Classic,
man, dude. The World Cup has stopped wars. Countries have been at war, and they've put they subsided the war until the World Cup was over. Mm-hmm. That's how big of a deal soccer is around the world. Now, we may not feel that here in the U.S., but when it's the World Cup, we're a part of it. And we want to be the ones, because let's be honest, man, this is the American thing, right? We don't call it football, we call it soccer. We do things our certain way. And no, we're not the biggest soccer fans, but you better believe if it's a chance to go against, Argentina, Spain, Germany, Brazil, Oh, bragging rights are on the line? Yeah, then let's go and be soccer fans for a month or so. Like that's the way how we're wired, man. I don't call us posers or anything, but that's how we roll, man.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm the worst. Like, listen.
Oh yeah, I get
I'll
it.
watch. Man City. Shout out to Hovland, my dude from Norway.
What?
He's one of the best players in the world, Hamby. He's this tall, blonde Norwegian dude.
Oh, I know exactly who that is.
Yeah. He does this thing. It's hard to tell, but he does this thing.
Spider-Man?
No, where like he gets like the crisscross applesauce.
Oh, okay.
like the Zen yoga
I just
pose.
wasn't expecting you to say that you watched Man City games.
Oh yeah. Well, they're not doing so well. I mean, they're doing okay. But no, I mean, because listen, I like Holland, man. Like that's I like him. So
I have bad news for you. I'm starting to get more and more into golf.
That's horrible news, man.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm sorry.
So did the Masters do it for you?
It's prompting me. Everything is kind of leaning that way.
But now you realize, like, you just watched the Super Bowl of that sport. So are you going to tune into the Santa Fe Open next week or wherever they're playing at?
Austin, after I got done watching the Braves take an 8-0 lead in the first 5 innings yesterday and the whole Wiley Ballard thing, and I decided, all right, 8-0, I think I'm going to turn it off.
Sure.
I think I spent the next 30 minutes on YouTube watching a 2019 Masters documentary of Tiger Woods.
I mean,
like, watch the entire thing.
I feel like I lost a friend today. I'm not gonna lie.
30 minutes.
Feel like I lost a friend today.
Sunday unlike no other.
Feel like I lost a friend today.
I did want to hear Vernon Lundquist just speak because I miss him.
So you're addicted.
No.
But you dude, if you're watching 30-minute YouTube videos of a prior tournament,
not gonna last. It might last.
In a prior tournament? No, there's issues.
Well, I mean,
Hamby.
Mm-hmm.
There's issues. Just saying. Okay. I'm not. Hey, do your thing. Hey, it ain't for me. Like, listen, you weren't even around for the Tiger Woods days.
Not the first run in the light.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Like, you didn't grow up with that.
Well,
I was there.
Well, yeah.
I was playing the video game.
Every golfer who's my age, like any 24-year-old who's on the tour, their favorite golfer is still Tiger.
Oh, dude, I took golf lessons because of Tiger Woods when I was a kid. When I was in I think I was in third or fourth grade.
Which, first of all, just talks about how insane his longevity was because he could be your era and he's still kind of mine.
Yeah, it's wild. But I took golf lessons because of Tiger Woods. Yeah, I played golf a little bit as a kid, and then, hey, we're all good, right? But listen, man, more power to you, more power to Brent. I can't come along with you. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is about the sport of golf. And maybe one day, maybe I'll get older one day and it'll eventually click for me. Because I've been out there on bachelor parties. And yeah, I had some laughs, I had some fun, but also I thought we could be in a bar right now drinking beer, doing the same thing, but we got to be
drink an ale on a golf course.
Yeah, but then we got to swing these sticks.
That should be one of your favorite sports. Then
we got
to drink it and play at the same time.
Hey, obviously, you never heard of bowling or darts before, but hey, you just got to swing these sticks, and then we got to go find this ball, and it's hot outside, and
gosh,
I'm good, man. Well, and by the way, watching it, here's what I can't stand. And it's almost how I feel about when I listen to Stephen A. Smith talk about MMA and trying to commentate that. Everybody, and I mean everybody, when you talk about golf, is an expert. Oh, we got this tip over here. You pull your hand back a little bit, pull your wrist back. So when Rory misses a putt or something, pulled it or yanked it, whatever the case, I don't know the golf terms. But I feel like everybody is an expert. And everybody gives their 2 cents about it. It's one of the only sports I feel like where I can be watching a golf tournament and someone's going to look to the left of me and say, oh, yeah, see what he pulled that. See that arm. He's got to get his arm right. What? Huh? Then you go out there and do it. Then you go out there in front of whatever, thousands and thousands of people, and you do it. And then you show them how it's done. I just can't. Once again, you have to wear polo shirts and tuck in your shirt, and I'm not about that either.
That makes sense.
And hey, I'm not about that either.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
One of the guys that was about that. Speaking of the Dream 18 tournament, one of the guys that was about that was Josh Scobie.
Yeah,
and
man.
Josh Scobie is the best pick the Jags have ever made in the 5th round, according to Daniel D. Griffiths. So go ahead and give me the winner of the Segway game for like the next couple of years.
Nicely done, Hamby.
This is by Daniel D. Griffiths. He writes about it. We talk about it. You can find it on actionsportsjacks.com. Best Jaguars draft pick of each round. The one is obvious, Tony Baselli. I should have probably withheld this and asked you to guess.
Yep,
but it's
you
no
really
problem.
should have. It's all good.
Number 2 out of UCLA, MJD. Aaron Beasley from Tennessee, the best 3rd round pick in Jags history. Mr. Garrard, 4th round. And then there's Scobie from LA Tech in round number 5.
LA Tech? Okay, yeah. Louisiana Tech. Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I hear LA, I think of Los Angeles. Sorry. Okay, go
So
6th round, Minshew.
We got Gardner, and then the best player on our current team right now, Logan Cook, 7th. So we have a kicker, a punter, 2 kind of backup quarterbacks, and then we got Baselli, Beasley, and Jones-Drew. If I just want to put this out there.
Okay.
If you have 2 special teamers and love Scobie, love Cook.
Sure.
You have 2 special teamers on this list.
Okay.
That probably says some things.
I mean,
Austin, like I get maybe 7th round. Like all right, that's where you take your punter, no problem. But
no, Hamby, I get what you're saying. Listen, I get it. Yeah, I mean, you talk about, Brent calls them the crapshoot picks, right? Like, when was Puka Nacua taken? 5th round, right?
5th.
Okay, so will you put him, if he was with the Jaguars, probably put him ahead of Josh Scobie already or not? I mean, Scobie's the leading point guy.
Man.
Okay. I get what you're saying, but like the longevity of Scobie, what he meant to this organization, the big games that he kicked in, that he won, like, I understand it. And yeah, it's probably not the best thing to have a punter in the 7th round, but I mean, Hamby, have you been around the past couple decades here?
Yeah.
Okay. Like it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like, I honestly, I wonder, I would be very curious to see, like, if you took this system and pitted it against like every other NFL team, what it would look like.
It probably wouldn't be too good for us.
Newer NFL teams, what would it look like? Like give us the Texans, give us the Panthers, things like that. Then what would it look like?
Yeah.
Maybe that's something for Dan Griffiths to do next time. Hammy, we have another break because I got a Duval Daily here, just chomping at the bit to release it. You want to do a Duval Daily and then take a break real quick, or are we good with the breaks?
We will take a break.
Okay,
but it's a good thing to do the Duval Daily right out of a Daniel D. Griffiths article presented by that one painter First Coast. So let me find this button.
Find the button.
And let's get into it.
All right, man.
I'm talking about a little place called
with Brent Austen.
It's the latest in Jacksonville Duval Daily News. And hey, before I start this segment, let me just go ahead and say this. This segment is not for me. I'll never understand it. And Hamby, you probably won't either. But with that being said, where are all my Minecraft maniacs at? On Monday, city officials unveiled new Jax City Minecraft. The build for the challenge of Duval County. The new citywide challenge invites students to reimagine Jacksonville's public spaces and communities with their own twists. Hit a button. Students will design their own Minecraft worlds while envisioning a dynamic, forward-thinking future for the city, all while integrating STEM. Not sure what STEM means. Urban planning, civic engagement, and other things related to the great city of Jacksonville. Hey, are you taking part?
Not taking part, mostly because it's already over. Never played or done a Minecraft in my life. I do know what STEM means.
Okay.
It's like the sciences and the maths and the ecosystem, as Coach Ripley puts.
Okay.
But I did see this all over. We did this on Action News Jackson this morning. It was I saw it on social media from city officials also. We're depending on the youth for ideas of how to dress up the city, and we're using Minecraft to do it.
Okay. So, hey, more power to you. Propane. Before we go to break here, because I'm very curious. Propane Man 9, we see you in the chat, and I don't call a lot of people, but you're playing Minecraft right now. So I assume you're not in school. You're probably a little older. I'm trying to understand it. Like, what is the draw? And I get it. It's not for me, and it's fine. I'm a gamer, but it's not for me. What is the draw to Minecraft, though? Is it just creating things because the graphics? Little rough. Okay, let's be honest. Graphics are a little rough. Gameplay, little glitchy. So, what is the key?
Have you played?
To my? Well, yeah. Like I've browsed.
Oh,
I've walked around my son's worlds before.
Oh, he plays.
Oh, does he play? Hey, obsessed with it.
I saw something about they made a Minecraft movie and Jack Black went in the studio and told the people watching not to throw popcorn.
Yeah. I mean, I was there. Hey, Hamby. I was there opening night with my son.
When was this?
This is a couple weeks ago.
Oh, so it is real new.
Yeah.
People throwing things? Is that a trend or is that just like a...
You know, like the Rocky Horror Picture Show? You know that movie?
No.
You ever heard of that?
No.
Okay. Well, it's like a cult thing. Like they throw things in the movie. It's kind of like the same thing with Minecraft. I can't believe I just compared the Rocky Horror Picture Show to Minecraft, but here we are. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so needless to say, like when things pop up, like you throw popcorn. That's kind of like everyone's doing it. But it was an okay movie because I didn't understand what was happening, and I had to tell my son. I told the story before when you were gone, Hamby, but I had to ask my son like 5 times, like, "Hey, man,
what's happening?
Who's this person and what?" And he just, when you get annoyed, you just go. That was my son the whole movie. Like had a slushie. Dad, it's just part of the video game. Just pay attention. Okay, pay attention. Well, hey, son, there's this giant green thing that doesn't have arms, and he's just walking around. Why?
How many animal videos?
Oh, if I would have been like respectful, I mean not respectful. The whole time during the movie would have been animal videos, but I was trying to put on for my son. So there we go.
Good dad.
Cows, the mushrooms growing on them, one-stop dinner. Okay, whatever that means. All right, let's go to break, Hamby. We'll come back a little bit. Plenty more going on in the sports world. We'll put a bow on the show. We getting Liv today, or is she to be determined?
She's a TBD.
Okay, she's TBD. And I think we lost Brent for the day, too, as well as he got thrown out of his hotel.
He did get thrown out of the hotel.
That's what happens sometimes, man. More on the Brent Austen Show next.
Are you about to graduate high school and haven't decided on what you want to do when you get done? Well, one option is to apply to become a student in the Electrical Training Alliance of Jacksonville. Their program offers structured classroom and online training, along with on-the-job training so that you can earn while you learn. Still not convinced? The folks at ETA Jax are a tuition-free 4-year apprenticeship program. There is no tuition and no student debt. Just pay for your books and your fees. That's it. Now, speaking of pay, students, they start off making $40,000 per year, including benefits, and they graduate, get this, making over $80,000 per year, including those sought-after benefits. Now, that sounds pretty good to me, and if that sounds good to you, it should check off a lot of boxes. So head on over to etajax.org and apply by May 15th. Again, the website right here, etajax.org. Don't wait, apply today.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jax 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers. And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Save 10% off any water heater plus no trip charge. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. For a limited time, CGC is waiving the trip charge on all related plumbing calls. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jags Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
I'm ready to show my hand, ready to take a stand. Wait on a sign above, and I am ready, ready. 'Cause I just live for the game. 'Cause I just live for the game. 'Cause I just live for the game. The crowd's for the tape. I got it. Iconic. I'm built to win. Back to back, I do it again. I'm iconic. I'm one of a kind. I'm iconic.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show. Last segment of the day. Got a foot in the parking lot. Gonna put a bow on the show. Brent Martineau.
Also got a foot in the parking lot.
Got 2 feet in the parking lot.
2 feet.
Unless he's left said parking lot, driving someplace. Do we know where he is? I mean, he's in Florida, I assume, right?
Yes, he is in Florida.
Do we know where in Florida? Or we're not.
Wherever Daytona State is playing today.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Let's go Daytona State. Jason Hamby in the back in the drive-through window. Go ahead and wave at him, Jason. Pushing all the right buttons. Do we ever like? Why did they just put a door there?
Good question.
Okay, yeah, I'm not an architect, so I don't know. But
Yeah,
what
we
is
could maybe get some people in here to do some Minecraft designs and see.
Do some Minecraft, yeah, for sure. Hamby, we talked about golf today.
We did.
To appease you, talked about baseball. Talked some football, obviously. Mason Graham. Haven't talked basketball yet.
Oh.
Yeah, and you say that. Obviously, my co-host isn't here to talk basketball with me. Hamby, I'm going to assume like you know who players like Ja Morant are and LeBron James are, where we can have a halfway decent conversation about it.
I could still rattle off 100 players.
Okay, I got you. So, with that being said, the playoffs are officially underway. Well, they're not right now, but they're getting ready to start up here. The seating has been set.
Disregard the music, but don't disregard the hand.
I thought you were that excited for the NBA playoffs to start. What is the hand about? What is the hand?
How many fingers?
5.
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5? You had the Lakers win the whole thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
But that's all, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Chris Paul.
Saying a bunch of people that I pay zero attention to, but please keep going. Yeah.
Mohegan Sun, Capri Sun, Phoenix Sun.
Mm-hmm.
All of that.
The Phoenix Suns are not in it.
Well, I'm just quoting Shannon Sharp. It's my favorite thing
God.
he says.
Okay, I didn't know where you were going with it. And I'm a Shannon Sharp fan, but
Lakers in 5 now. Skip.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, with that being said, Hamby, do you have the bracket in front of you? Do you have who's playing who? No. Okay. Well, are there any matchups? This was in the email, by the way, too. Let's get into it. Brent's not here. No, let's get into it. Do you want emails? Do you want text messages?
Did Bronny James start a basketball game? Did he get a start recently? Junior?
He came in.
He didn't start?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I saw it.
Well, you're not really going to see him in the playoffs if that's what we're worried about.
No, I mean.
Okay.
NBA playoff.
He had a great game against playoff. He had a great game against the Milwaukee Bucks a month ago.
How did that feel?
It was fine.
That's your ball club.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, listen, I didn't really feel a certain type of way.
The Hawks were in it?
Yes, the Hawks are in it.
Oh, we're playing the Magic? We got a shot.
Okay, well, that's the play-in game. Hamby, look at the list and tell me what matchup you're most excited about for the first round, please. Whether it's the play-in game. I put this in the email. Okay, back to it. Would you rather get emails or text messages? Because you're not getting both from now on. And Brent can just adjust. So would you rather have an email or... Did you, though?
Yeah. Why do you think I suggested that we talk about this in the commercial?
Oh, you suggested about it. I thought it was going to go a lot better than what it's going right now. But can you give me a matchup that you're most excited for and why, please?
Yeah, I like the Pacers and the Bucks because I'm expecting George Hill, Roy Hibbert, and Paul George to have a whale of a basketball game against the Bucks.
You done?
What was the
Are you done being a smartass?
Power forward's name? David West.
David West.
A little jump hook.
Okay.
From 12.
Okay, so okay, fine. Just go and kill the bet. That's fine. I'll tell you who I'm excited for, right? Okay. And these are some games I'll be watching. Mm-hmm. Golden State, Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay.
Okay, just simply because what is Ja Morant going to do next, number one?
Ja versus Steph.
Ja versus Steph. I think it's a great matchup. And also, keep in mind, the Golden State Warriors are a 7 seed. But since they got Jimmy Butler, they've been a completely different team. And Steph's been a completely different player. Yeah, Steph's maybe on the back nine of his career a little bit. Yeah, Draymond Green's getting some white in the beard and everything. But, do they have another run now with, by the way, Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets? Jimmy Butler in the regular season and Jimmy Butler come playoff time, two different animals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm very curious to see with Memphis Grizzlies. They fired their coach. How is that going to go? So that's a matchup I'll definitely be keying in on the 8 and 7 seeds. Some other cool ones we might. I mean, you got to get your Hawks take on the Magic.
Yeah, I like that.
Not bad, right?
Not bad. I mean, Paulo Banchero is pretty fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how the Hawks are going to guard him.
There you go.
But
there you go.
Yeah, you see that analysis right there?
Not bad.
I wish the Mavericks were on the other side of the bracket here so they could play the Lakers.
Sure.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Who do the Rockets have?
Well, you understand that the Mavericks are in the West.
No, but I'm looking at the bracket.
Oh, how it's set up.
Have to go to the
first of all,
Western Finals to play each other.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Well, and they have to beat the Kings too in the play-in game.
Right. If they were the 8, they could be playing them a lot sooner.
I gotcha. I think that the Lakers and Timberwolves are an intriguing matchup too. You talk about the Timberwolves coming off of last year, literally a play away from going to the finals. Anthony Edwards. They trade away Karl Anthony Towns, hopefully to get some more depth for Edwards. You have the Lakers, who are a very hot team right now. Luka, and keep in mind, Luka was the one who kind of put the exclamation point, put the nail in the coffin against the Timberwolves. So that's going to be, I think, a great opening matchup.
Okay, who do the Rockets have? Seriously.
Oh, in terms of players?
How are they?
Or who are they playing?
No, I know they're playing the winner of the Warriors and Grizzlies, but who do they have?
Yeah. So, dude, the Rockets, okay, if I would have asked you, what would your most surprising team been this year in the NBA? like I don't think anybody would have said the Rockets. Right? They're the 2 seed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Everybody thought they were going to be that?
No one thought that.
Okay,
like,
they
no, I didn't, dude. I thought they were gonna be like the bottom, and like they have play like for instance Steven Adams. Remember him? So here's the Rockets.
It's a backup center.
The Rockets have a bunch of players that were on different teams where you kind of go, oh yeah. Like, do you remember Fred Van Vliet?
Yeah,
he's on there.
He was a 6th man with the Raptors.
Correct. Dylan Brooks, remember him?
Grizzlies.
He's on there.
Oregon.
Yeah. Aaron Holiday, remember him? He's on there.
Pelicans.
Yeah. Jabari Smith Jr. I think who's you?
Jabari Smith?
Jabari Smith Jr. Was he? I can't remember. I'm not a big Rockets. I think he might have actually been with Houston the entire time. But my point is like Houston is like the Jabari Smith Jr. was definitely drafted by Houston. But my point is like they're a bunch of just kind of like ragtag players that are entertaining to watch. Like they play well together.
Oh, Jalen Green,
3-point shooter.
Wow.
Yeah, they're good, man.
All right, now we should play. How many players can I name on? Give me a team.
We're all set. Because it's not going to be a lot, obviously. And I think another thing to watch, too, for these playoffs, and even though I don't even know what seed they are, the Nuggets. Nuggets are the 4th seed playing the Clippers, who are the 5th seed. Nuggets fired their coach, who's took them to a championship. Yeah. I'm curious to see, like, what is that going to look like now? Like, imagine, I'm trying to like, put this like in the realm of, like, football. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, I remember like when Lovie Smith got fired from the Bears, I think. And I think he won like 11 games. And I'm pretty sure they may have went to the playoffs, but like after that season he got fired by the Bears. And everybody was like, wow, I can't believe that. Imagine like this would be like Doug Peterson and the Eagles going to the Super Bowl, and then the next year they said, hey, Doug, we're all good.
Right.
Now he got fired, what,
in week
2 years, 3 years later? Yeah, in week 15. Like, incomprehensible. But I like that word. But the Nuggets did it. So I feel like there's a lot of pressure now in the Nuggets organization. Maybe even Jokic as well, because maybe Jokic was kind of the reason why, you know. Right. I think there's a lot of pressure on them now to like show, hey, we didn't need our head coach. We're just fine. And then another story too, obviously, is Oklahoma City Thunder. It's the same story like the past couple years with them.
SGA and Chet.
They're the 1 seed, right? They have all the talent in the world, but do they have the grit? Do they have the toughness?
Oh my gosh!
To actually make a run?
16 games.
Yes, they're a very good team.
Sheesh.
Yes, the Oklahoma City Thunder are really good. But once again, Hammy, this is nothing new. Like, they win the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Can they win the big one? And you want to talk about a franchise who's had so much talent, who's had like James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, never won one. Now you have the MVP and SGA. I would assume he's going to win it. I'm not sure. Joker's making a case now too, but assuming that SGA wins it, Chet Holmgren's coming back healthy. Like, when are they going to turn over and be like, hey?
Oh, they have Alex Caruso. GG's.
Is that your guy, Hamby? Alex Caruso?
I mean, he's the Eagle.
Yeah.
I think I got Lou Dort too.
Yep.
He was with the Rockets.
I don't know, man.
It's not. I'm enjoying guessing. You're not enjoying guessing.
This has been our NBA, coverage for the day, for the week, probably for the month.
Is Aaron Wiggins related to Andrew Wiggins?
He might be. I have no idea.
Okay, probably not.
Hey, we'll see you guys back for the finals, huh?
We'll see you at the finals.
We'll just see you guys at the finals.
LeBron gets knocked out, and the finals.
Hamby, can you give me your finals prediction?
Celtics.
Okay.
And the Clippers.
Yeah, you're never going to be brought back to talk about basketball ever again.
The Clippers can't win it?
I mean, hey, anybody can win it.
It's sports.
The Clippers?
Yeah, they got Kawhi.
They have who?
Kawhi's my favorite player.
Seriously, or are you just saying that?
No, like he's my favorite player.
Just because of like what he's all about?
Because he's his laugh. He like
The laugh?
I like to listen to that.
Do you like the personality?
Sure. I mean, I can't really tell you all
Do you
about
like
myself.
New Balance shoes?
No.
Well, you know he's sponsored by New Balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have Harden too.
He's relevant.
Harden?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Is he still fat?
Huh?
Is James Harden still fat?
I mean, I don't know, not like he's a little, I don't know, no.
I mean, he's been fat before.
There was the whole thing when he was that was Houston. Whatever, Hamby. No, I don't think James Harden is fat.
Can Ben Simmons make a free throw?
No, Ben Simmons. When has he ever made a free throw?
Well, I mean, have you been in the league for 8 years or however long it's been now? I mean, maybe you get a little bit better.
Did you know that Bronny James has more three-pointers in an NBA career than Ben Simmons does?
Dude, I remember at LSU when he used to still shoot him every once in a while because people would literally be 10 feet, like backing off him by 10 feet.
Yeah.
And he'd just break them every time. Anyway.
Daniel Kilkenny, Hamby drawing names out of a hat. Yeah, this was a huge mistake on my part. Hamby wanted to talk basketball, but dude did some homework.
Oh, they have Patty Mills? They're definitely going to the finals. They have Patty Mills and Kawhi Leonard.
Patty Mills, man.
Like, come on now. Chris Dunn, that was UConn.
Why don't you like basketball?
They don't try. They don't play defense. They don't.
And they try all the time in baseball?
Yeah.
They when it's a routine grounder, you guys are hustling at first base?
No, they don't always hustle at first base.
Oh, okay. So then we're not trying all the time.
Well, that's not half of the whole game. Defense is half of the whole game.
Playoff basketball is different.
That's why I'll watch playoff a little playoff basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by the way, Hamby, so you got you said the Clippers.
I got the Clippers and the Celtics.
And the Celtics.
Let's go.
Okay.
Who do you have?
Yeah, I know. I'm getting there. I got you. So go ahead. I think
Bucks Lakers.
Nah.
Really?
Dude, I'm not taking the Bucks. No, Dame Lillard's out with his. By the way, what's up with blood clots?
Dude, those are tricky. Dame Lillard's out with the blood clot.
Oh yeah, he's out for the season. So is
out for the season, out for the first round.
No, he's been out. He's not coming back this year. He's got a blood clot. Yeah, I don't know what. I got to do some more research on that. But to answer your question, no, it ain't gonna be the Bucks. I'm taking the Celtics too, Ham, even though it pains me to do it because I don't. It's Boston. Go ahead and give me the Celtics, and you know what? Can't believe I'm gonna do this. This is script writing at its best. Go and give me the Celtics and the Lakers.
Bro.
And if that's the case, who am I cheering for? I don't know. With that sound, the cows are coming in.
And after the ball game.
And Jesse, though this is a honky tonk. And Jesse's ringing the triangle. Come on in and get that sub before it goes cold, boys. What is this? Hamby, man, why is it when Brent leaves, it just this whatever, man. Hey, I'm Austen Lane. That's Jason Hamby pushing whatever buttons he's pushing. It ain't the right ones.
How's this?
For Brent Martineau, that's better. For Brent Martineau, well, we should see you tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Sure, man. Okay, cool. Hey, you have a great one. Stay safe, stay casual. I don't know what this show was today, but have a great one. Peace.
Are you about to graduate high school and haven't decided on what you want to do when you get done? Well, one option is to apply to become a student in the Electrical Training Alliance of Jacksonville. Their program offers structured classroom and online training along with on-the-job training so that you can earn while you learn. Still not convinced? The folks at ETA Jax are a tuition-free 4-year apprenticeship program. There is no tuition and no student debt. Just pay for your books and your fees. That's it. Now, speaking of pay, students, they start off making $40,000 per year, including benefits, and they graduate, get this, making over $80,000 per year, including those sought-after benefits. Now, that sounds pretty good to me, and if that sounds good to you, it should check off a lot of boxes. So head on over to etajax.org and apply by May 15th. Again, the website right here, etajax.org. Don't wait, apply today.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Save 10% off any water heater plus no trip charge. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. For a limited time, CGC is waiving the trip charge on all related plumbing calls. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jags Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
I'm ready to show my hand, ready to take a stand, wait on a sign above.